Still here with me is crime novel author Howard J. Levinson. His book is called The Tapping. And when we left, we were talking about the whole plot and the supernatural element to it. But I want to back up a little bit and talk about how you got published. A lot of people spend many years trying to figure out how to get their work published and working on books. So how did you do that?
Well, I self-published this one, Tim. Amazon has a great subsidiary called CreateSpace, and it's a very user-friendly platform for people like me to publish a book. And you write the book, and they help you put together the graphics and distribute the book. It's also on Kindle. They help put it out electronically. And it's just a matter of, once you have your book done, marketing.
You're from St. Louis. Is
Yes,
this book based in St. Louis?
No, it's based in a fictional Midwestern city. So it could be St. Louis, it could be Chicago, it could be anywhere in the Midwest.
You told the story through the main character. Is there a reason why you did that? Like, for instance, you can watch the plot unfold through his eyes, meaning we don't find out things until he finds them out? I
typically do a lot of my writing in first person like that. I think that's just kind of how I view things about, I'm a visual person, so I see action happening, and it's easier for me to write it from my perspective.
With the events that have happened in Ferguson and St. Louis, some of the picture you paint of the police is not so great. Were you worried about promoting this book in this particular time?
Not necessarily. I think there's good and bad in all professions, and in my book there's some really outstanding police officers, and there's some really bad ones, both at the local and the federal level. But in the same regard, there's some bad lawyers. There's law enforcement doesn't have a hold on good or bad folks.
Why did you decide to call it The Tapping?
The children have actually physically grabbed hold of the detective. I mean, they actually do things to the detective physically to make him solve their case, and it's a tapping.
You are doing a number of appearances here in the St. Louis area with this book, and friends and family no doubt will be there. What are they saying about you as a novelist?
Well, this is my second novel. My first novel was a sci-fi book, and so they're used to me writing.
Okay. Well, maybe what did they think about you when you first started?
Well, I've been writing. I've been a songwriter for about 40 years, and
wow.
I've been published in any number of technical journals and law enforcement journals. So I've been a writer a long time. This is my first foray into writing a novel, so they were pretty surprised that I could actually put thousands of words down on paper rather than hundreds.
And I guess since we're on the musician thing, tell us about that part of your career.
I've been a musician here for a long time in St. Louis, playing in a number of bands, and right now as I got older, I switched from hauling heavy amps and playing loud music to more along the lines of country and country rock.
And this whole backing up to the supernatural thing, a lot of I guess the kids are sort of into that thing when Halloween rolls around and stuff like that. Did you ever have the plot where it didn't involve that and you thought, well, I want to rope in this age group and this age group, and that's why you put in the supernatural element?
No, the supernatural element just came as a byproduct of the narrative in the book, and I would say this is an adult read for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an adult read. It's pretty graphic, a lot of graphic violence. There's some language in it because it's policemen, how they sometimes talk. It's criminals, how they talk. So it really is. It's real. It's a real text.
Some of the greatest crime novels were of the past. Well, who did you watch? Who did you read?
I like a lot of different authors. I mean, definitely Stephen King is one of my favorites. I like Jeff Deaver, Ridley Pearson, James Patterson, Michael Conley, Harlan Coben.
Right.
It's a lot of good authors that write a lot of good murder.
And what will we see in the novel that reminds us a little bit about this hometown? You got some little elements in there that says St. Louis?
Well, not necessarily St. Louis, but the police officers are not from a large metropolitan department, not like Chicago PD, St. Louis PD, NYPD. They're actually from a municipality, so a town of about 80 to 100,000, and we have quite a few of those in the St. Louis area. So you could actually say, hey, you know, that's like where I live in one of the munis here.
Howard, good luck with the book.
Thank you, Tim.
We appreciate you coming out, and we look forward to more from you in the future. The Tapping is available online through Amazon.com and on Kindle. You can join Howard as he kicks off his book signing tour at Natalie's Overlook Forum in the Central West End on October 30th, 7 to 9 p.m. And for tickets and more information on that, visit brownpapertickets.com or howardlevinson.com. When we come back, explore the science of boology at the St. Louis Science Center. Jenny Haim will be here with all the details. We'll be right back.